channel, Fly with the Dashes. If you don't already know us, my name's Amber and behind the camera is Billy, and together we want to help you get the most out of your private pilot's licence. So over the next 6 months we're going to be dropping in on 35 airfields to bring you honest reviews about the runways, things to do whilst you're there, and most importantly the food, as it's all about good airfield grub and helping you plan your next cross-country adventure. So like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and stay tuned for the next episode of Good Airfield Grub Review. Last week we dropped into the Elite Events Private Flyer Show UK, the second of the year, held at Leeds East Airport, just a few miles north of Doncaster. Only runway 0624 is in use, but at 1,827 metres by 46 metres, it's plenty big enough even for a small private jet. Leeds East is also home to the wonderful Fenton Cafe and Grill. So our day didn't start off quite as planned, thanks to the wonderful British weather. But like most VFR pilots, even with Sky Demon showing bright red taps and METARs along the route, we remained optimistic. After delaying the departure for about an hour, the sun did come out, so we quickly grabbed some fuel and got underway. The cloud base remained pretty low for the entire route, but we did manage to get almost 2,500 at one point. With some meteorological avoidance and some added MATS transits due to our altitude, it did add a few minutes to our journey time, but we got there quick enough. There are some specific joining instructions for Leeds East that include approach via some particular VRPs at 1,500 feet, so definitely check those out on the website. After setting up on long final for runway 24, the wind was reported at 210 at 10 knots. Unfortunately, just north of the field was quite an ominous looking downpour, and as we came over the threshold, it gave us a pretty strong direct crosswind. I will admit that it did catch me off guard, and in hindsight I definitely should have used more right aileron on short final and once I'd touched down to continue taxiing out, but my left foot, the rudder was flat to the floor, and I've never had that. One lesson I'm definitely taking away from this particular landing is that even if you've been given the wind, definitely keep an eye out for the windsock as well. We shut down, and then after a quick selfie we headed off to see the action. We were definitely expecting it to be busier, but as you can imagine the weather did put a lot of people off making the trip. There were still absolutely loads to see and do, so we're really glad we made it. We were so preoccupied with the gorgeous planes that included Cirrus Vision Jet, Citation CJ1 and a really cute Tecnam P2010 TDI that I'm so interested in. Gorgeous, look at it, 4-seater, that we actually forgot to take a lot of pictures, so really sorry guys. After a little retail therapy and once we'd seen the queues die down a bit, because that did get quite busy, we headed for some late lunch at the Fenton Cafe and Grill. Now this is going to be a two-part video because as it was an event day they had a reduced menu on and we are dying to try their full menu, so we'll definitely be going back again. We found the menu well priced and they had a good beverage selection as well. With eyes bigger than my belly as usual, I decided a pizza all to myself was just the thing. So I had the pepperoni and Billy had the meat feast. As you can see, they looked absolutely glorious and they tasted just as good. They also passed our crispy pizza base test, where you hold a slice up, you want it to be as perky as a windsock at 20 knots. And these pictures right here are the reason we'll be going back to do a part 2 for the Fenton Cafe. They specialise in these delicious looking sharing boards and platters and they are an absolute must try. If you have a night rating, why not head down to the Fenton Cafe on the 29th of July as they will be hosting a Greek meze night. With our bellies still bulging from our tasty lunch, sadly we could see the weather rolling in, so had to cut our day trip short and dodge a few more clouds on the way home. If you'd like to stay tuned for part 2 of our Leeds East Fenton Cafe review, simply follow us on Instagram and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Fly safe everyone.